I'm looking at Rob Olenicki heading to Georgetown next year, not necessarily to run, but he's a great runner. And the top talents are obviously Matt Sullivan, who won the hurdles last year. I think 100 hurdles.
55 hurdles.
55 hurdles. I think first or second place. He's an outstanding talent. He's where is he heading?
Williams College.
Williams College, great established college. He's an outstanding student. I think he's a 4.0 or above. But moving on, we're going to look at John Casada. He's the fastest kid in the school, undeniably. Moving on to play to run at the D1 Bucknell University in Pennsylvania.
What a feat.
Well, Sean, if I could intervene for a sec. Also, for the loss of Connor Cardew at shot put, going to Bryant next year to play football.
A pretty rigorous workout routine.
Yeah, he talked to Coach Carey. Carey wasn't happy about it, but he took football. That's priority, and the team. There's going to be a hole in the team. Hole they're going to have to make up.
Mm-hmm. Now, Sean, of all those guys you mentioned, you didn't mention Tim Pryor. Talk about this kid. He went from soccer, started running track his junior year, running the 600, cut his time by 6 seconds. And now, if you guys don't know track out there, that is unheard of. Bowdoin coach hears he's coming to Bowdoin to play soccer, gets Pryor on the phone, says, "Why don't you run some track too?" Quite an impressive story there.
He's an absolutely talented kid, and I mean, you have to credit soccer. He's running around all the time, miles a day.
But that's Coach Stroll.
The number one thing is heart in this kid. The bottom line is he doesn't want to lose. He has that winning attitude. When guys are going around the track and take the lead, he overtakes them. His heart is probably one of the strongest hearts, athletic hearts in the school. That's the bottom line.
Strong heart. He's going to live long, Sean. He's going to live long.
What do you know? A lot of tomatoes, huh?
Well, and Eric, you mentioned the soccer guys. There's a couple guys who are going to be debuting in spring track this year. Nick Marinakis, remember the name, and Owen Fox. Throwing Owen.
Oh, that's
him.
Oh, him.
So that wraps up our spring sports. But before we do that, final grade for spring track.
Spring track, they have great talent. They're probably not going to do as well as they did last year. I'm going to lean towards a B in this one. They're not an outstanding team, but they have some great contributors and some solid talent.
And having said that, they will still probably be one of those top teams in the state.
Absolutely. That's undeniable at St. John's Prep. All our teams are that good.
So I'd like to wrap things up with a little fact or fiction with you boys. First statement. St. John's Prep will win 2 state championships this spring. Fact or fiction? Eric, let's start with you.
I'm going to say fiction on that one, Ben. I think volleyball has it wrapped up. I hope they prove me wrong. I really do. Volleyball is the only sure one in my mind. I can't see, baseball, strong team. Look who they had last year. Couldn't pull it out last year. Tennis is going to be strong. Don't know much about sailing, but I'm going to say fiction. I'm going to say 1. I'm going to be safe on that one. Sean?
I'm going to say that's a fact. I'd like to say baseball. Obviously, I'm not going to be biased here, though, so I'll avoid that sport.
Always politically correct, Sean.
I'm going to say I'm going to guarantee a state championship here with volleyball. They're an outstanding squad, bringing back a ton of starters.
And may I interrupt quickly? Coach Vaselli has made it clear to his boys that he doesn't want them talking about a state championship. So volleyball boys, I hope you're not watching this.
I understand. It's tough when you go in as the #1 team, expecting to win. As baseball, we're expected to win. It's a tough thing to do. Absolutely a tough thing to do.
It puts a chip on everyone's shoulder because the name you have on your jersey.
But either way, all that aside, I'm going to go on. I'm going to have a sleeper here, a little dark horse in the lacrosse team. I saw them play actually yesterday they played up at Harvard, and
tough game there.
It was a tough game. It was the first time outside playing in a game, and there's obviously a lot of rust on these guys' sticks. So once they scrape that up, I think they're going to come back strong, and I'm looking for them to pull through with a much better performance than they did last year, and possibly win the state. I'm going to go with 2, actually. Yeah.
Well, I think there's a lot of you could go a lot of different ways on that one. Volleyball, baseball could win one, lacrosse could win one, tennis could win one, track could win one. You just don't know how many.
Yeah, it's tough.
Next fact or fiction, our last one of the evening, boys. The game you want to underline on the schedule for spring sports, all across the board, the number one game, May 26th, baseball, prep versus Danvers. Fact or fiction?
Absolute fact. It's gotta be. This is the biggest game. This is the Thanksgiving game of the spring.
Great analogy.
I love kids from all over Massachusetts come out to see this game. Great game last year. Smith hitting the home run in the 6th. You know, O'Hara, Knuckles scraping on the grass, getting the runner at first in a do-or-die situation. He had a tough game. That was one of his highlights. Arguably one of the best plays I've ever seen live. Everyone comes ready to play. I don't care how bad prep is. I don't care how bad Danvers is. They're going to come ready to play.
Sean?
That's absolutely a fact. There's no question about it. This is Danvers' game. They come, they rise to the occasion every year. They have 3 wins, I believe 3 wins in a row now. St. John's Prep has faltered in this game in the past. It's really an unfortunate thing. I haven't played well personally, and I'm looking to bring, looking to turn over a new leaf this year actually, and play real well. I've improved my game, and I'm hoping that you guys will see this in the future at this game. It's absolutely the biggest game. Huge stage, big crowd, and SJPN is going to be there this year.
That's right. Mark it down on your calendars. SJPN tonight will be broadcasting live from Twy Field in Danvers. That one's going to be exciting, folks. So, for Sean O'Hara, Aaron Coleman, I'm Ben Slinger. This is SJPN tonight.